Welcome to the #1 podcast in the world right now, Maganda forever.
Wonder Woman. We're gonna get to Wonder Woman.
We'll talk about Wonder Woman, dude.
Wonder Woman.
We'll talk about Wonder Woman.
Spoiler
Did you like alert.
it? Did you like it?
I want my 2.5 hours back.
Oh, are you serious? Dude, are you hating? Dude, I liked the movie. It got me in the feels.
Oh,
I liked it.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it.
Wow.
Oh man, I have a theory that the people who didn't like it are the people who wouldn't renounce their wishes.
It was very predictable. Spoiler
Let's
warning.
get out of here, dude.
Spoiler.
Get out of here.
Spoiler
Predictable?
alert.
I didn't predict that there would be no big fight at the end. I thought they were gonna have it out.
Yeah, there were some things I liked. There were some things I didn't like. To me, it was more things I didn't like.
All right, give me your pros. Give me your pros first.
Pros first. Okay, so pros first was Pedro Pascal's dancing.
I don't know actor names. Who is this guy?
That was
that Maxwell Lord?
Maxwell Lord.
Oh, who's that guy? What else? Is he
Maxwell
in?
Lord is not Pedro, is it? I thought that it was.
That's him, dude. That's him.
I
You're
thought
just used
that
to.
it was someone else.
You're just not used to seeing his face.
What else?
Because
Is he in?
he's in a helmet all the time.
I've never seen that guy before. Where
His
is he
voice sounded like Nathan Fillion.
from? Where is he from?
Nah, dude, he's freaking Mando.
He's in the Mandalorian.
Yeah, dude, he's Commando Lorian.
Mando.
Commando Lorian. Damn.
Yeah, dude.
He was getting it.
He was also in Game of Thrones, I believe.
He was.
Okay. Yeah, I never seen that actor before. I'm like, who is this guy? He's pretty good.
Yeah, so
Killed my
it's
sister.
yeah, that was hella good. But he's pretty different. It was a little weird watching it, like seeing his face, because yeah, you don't really in Mandalorian. Let's see. So from the beginning, let me look at my notes here. I took some notes. So
A lot of my notes are reactionary.
first, kind of, yeah, same here. Like literally the first note I wrote was "Girl running was a beast."
Young Diana.
Young Diana, dude.
Oh, I thought you. I was thinking of the power walking in the '80s. I'm like, damn, she's getting it. That Walkman. She was power walking. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's so good. You got me in the field. Sorry, go ahead.
One thing I also hella liked was the score, and I don't know.
Yeah,
if you really
you could see
Hans?
the banner dropping.
My boy Hans, dude. My boy Hans.
Hans Zimmer, dude.
Dude, always
He's handsomer
always
than
with
you
fire.
are. Always with the fire. I bet that's the best score he's done. I think I like it.
Get out of here, dude. Get out of here.
I'm gonna put up Wonder Woman over Batman.
Over Inception.
Over Inception.
Over Interstellar.
But if we're talking strictly comic books, I'm gonna put his over everything. He did everything. He did Man of Steel. He did Spider-Man 2. He did Batman.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He did. What else did he do? He did a couple of them. But I gotta say that Wonder Woman. Every time I hear the
it was
get amped.
Yeah, dude. I wrote down score, happy, mystical, inspiring. So like.
You're correct. I thought. Because the voice sounded like Nathan Fillion, but it didn't look like him. So I was getting confused. But yeah, it was Pedro.
I don't know who that is. Who's Nathan Fillion?
He does a lot of voiceover for DC Comics.
He's usually Green Lantern in the DC animated universe.
Yeah, his voice.
He was on the show Castle on USA.
Yeah.
Characters Welcome.
Okay. I think I know who you're talking about. That dude. Okay, so from the beginning, I kind of liked and I kind of didn't like some of the things with the whole like Olympian kind of that race that they had going on.
Yeah.
Like the girl, when young Diana, she was hella cool. I liked that she kept trying and she was doing her best to try to keep up with everybody. The horse scene was pretty cool, like firing the arrows. I like that. Other
Fuck,
things,
I hit yellow.
She's like, I'm colorblind.
Well, fuck it. Dionysus is gonna win. I fucking can't aim.
Dude. So that was cool. Other things I liked. I mean, I really like Chris Pine and Kristen Wiig. Like they're hella good actors. At first, when they announced that she was gonna be Cheetah, I was like, the hell, it's pretty weird. Like it's pretty out of all the names that they could have picked, I wouldn't have guessed Kristen Wiig at all. but
that was the
she
same
did a
for
really good job.
when they announced Wonder Woman. That was the same thing. Like that girl from Fast, like what? She's so tiny, but
Yeah,
she did a great job in the first one.
yeah. And then Chris Pine is hella good. He's always has hella good chemistry with any of his actors.
Zachary Quinto. It's like just fuck Spock already, God. So much sexual tension. Anyways, keep going.
What else? I liked the armor that she had at the end. That was cool. I thought that was a nice like nod to Kingdom Come.
Oh yeah, that's where it's from. Okay, yeah. See, I'm losing my comic book inspirations here. That's why it looked familiar to me. Yeah, it was a clean armor.
Yeah, so I like that part. Some of the fight scenes was cool, but majority of that I kind of put in my dislikes.
The animation was real weird.
Yeah, dude,
the animation
she was looking like Blade 2.
Which animation? Which animation are you talking about? I'm watching on
like
8K.
in the mall. In the mall, whenever she's like swinging around, like the animation.
I'll give you the lasso CGI
very,
is kind of questionable.
Yeah, the CGI was Blade 2 status, dude.
It's his cape.
How about that? PS2.
It moves like
PS2 cutscene graphics. I don't know about that. I don't know about
it's
that.
all rubbery.
It was a rubbery. I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that bad, but I definitely put it in the dislikes for me. The CGI. I feel like it could have been a little bit better.
Okay, so we've got score and some of the fight scenes. What else did you? What else were you digging?
The actor chemistry.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
And to be honest, that's really like a lot of what I had in the likes. I had more dislikes.
Wow, what are your dislikes then?
I'll let you go for the likes first.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kuya. Where did you stop it?
I stopped right after the beginning of the cheetah fight.
Dude, I can't believe she blew Maxwell Lord's son. That's crazy, right? Did you stay till that part? It's like right at the end. It's like 5 minutes left. She's like, dog. It's crazy.
Wow, dude.
What are your likes?
I like the very 80s theme. Hubby and I agreed that it reminds us of old Superman movies. Like it was very like the coloration in the beginning too, like in the mall scene. The vibe is like they hit the 80s on the nose. And it felt like cool. The whole storyline with Dr. Minerva, it's just exactly the same as Catwoman from the old Batman movie.
Oh yeah, that's
like
it's
the mousy girl turns femme fatale. Like
that's not just that, it's the goofy, uncoordinated brain turns into the nemesis that we've seen with Electro and the Riddler and the best Batman Forever.
That's true. It's that trope, yeah.
And what else? Eldritch Killian, Iron Man 3.
Oh, I saw this one meme online, and it was like, stop making the nerd tropes all have glasses and crazy hair. And then it showed like,
and like, walk much, right?
Yeah. And it had like all those people that you just named.
Yeah. What else? Okay, so it was the 80s like atmosphere, I guess we could put.
Yeah, it was really great.
That was cool
because you could feel the vibe in all the clothing, and like that clothing scene was a little too long for me, but it was a good like comic relief scene when she's dressing him.
Yeah.
I liked that, again, like this is spoilers for Wonder Woman 84 if anyone ever listens to this. But I liked that bringing him back was not just bringing him back fully, like he's just in another dude's body. Like
she fucked a stranger.
Hey, that's okay. So that's some of my questions. That's some of my dislikes.
I'll get back to that, but one of my dislikes was like, so did they just ruin this dude's life? Like it just brought him on shenanigans.
Hey, that's what I wrote down, dude.
They didn't run into anyone that this guy knows.
He got some Amazon stranger and can't even remember it. That sucks.
Dude, like, where's his family? Is his family asking about him? Like, for real?
I do have a lot of dislikes, but a lot of it that I liked was the setup in the beginning was cool, and the whole thing about like you cheated because taking the short path takes you past where she needed to shoot the arrow.
I didn't like that part. It's like, come on, she's being crafty here. Come on, she was adapting to the situation.
Yeah, but it's also like
Mhm.
humbling her, right? Because like knocking her off the branch was, or with the branch was like getting cocky. Like I'm far ahead of them and not focusing on the prize.
I thought it was gonna go to the point where she was able to finish it, but then they're like, oh no, you didn't hit
I'll
that
pull
one
it away
arrow.
later.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
remember, I had
Okay.
like that zoom in on that arrow that she didn't hit. I thought it was gonna be more
Yeah.
along that line, but I
Right,
didn't
right.
mind the way they went with it. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah. What else, Monica?
What else is there? I get really sarcastic in my later notes because I'm just like, for real.
What?
That's all I'm gonna say for now. Because I feel
No
like
dislikes?
I have more
I don't know.
dislikes.
Okay.
We'll
Oh,
do
we're all
dislikes.
going likes.
What about
right now.
you? Yeah. What about you,
Yeah.
Matt?
Okay,
What
okay.
What did you like?
I'm gonna go super nitpicky on the likes and the dislikes because you guys kind of covered generally what was good and bad about it already. So I like that they brought back her slide kick. Like she's got a signature move when she does that slow motion slide on her side and
Yeah.
then like trips the dude.
Yeah.
That's one thing that DC's been missing, kind of like that Marvel does really well, is that they have like their characters, even their fighting style has its own identity. Like Caps, you can just see like the Muay Thai and the grappling.
When
Yeah.
he throws the shield, the wind up.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, Daredevil is you can tell it's
It's
like
a brawler.
it's like boxing mixed with kung fu and like what's it, the acrobatic kung fu, if I'm forgetting the name. But yeah, so like there's no real fighting identity in DC. I don't know if it's because of the characters and like their powers don't really dispose them to or predispose them to fighting styles. I guess Batman would, but you don't really
Because
get
of
to
the
see.
guns.
You don't. There you go. You don't really get to see Batman like flaunt a specific style, which is okay, I guess. He didn't really have a specific style in the comics, but like to
He
see
knows
them go
all
the extra,
styles.
yeah, just to see them go the extra mile with the fighting, like, and give her kind of her own identity in that. Like she does the little trip kick. She always
Yeah.
brings that
Mhm.
out somehow.
Mhm.
I like that they folded in the lasso tricks a little bit more. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then they had her throwing her little tiara, which is cool.
Yeah.
Not a lot of bracelet play though. I noticed. She
They
did,
only
like,
Yeah, I
one.
did
think that
the
was
few
more in
times
the
she
first
did
one.
the.
Yeah, she did the first one to
Yeah.
buff them back, but yeah, not a lot of that, which is cool. I wanted to see more hand to hand. I agree. Some of the fight scenes were kind of lacking,
She
Yeah.
didn't even.
especially with
Yeah.
Cheetah. I feel like when they were doing that Cirque du Soleil at the end, I'm like, come on, someone throw a punch. You guys are just spitting out. I feel like I should see
dude,
people
that
in the
was
crowd.
weird.
Just like, oh yeah.
That was weird, dude. That was weird.
She
Especially
didn't
with
even
Cheetah,
really.
like when you have a physical match, you need to exploit that. You need to show some good combat. They had some, but like I feel like the fight scenes could have gone on longer.
The part when
Yeah.
she was holding up her armor and then Cheetah was like going at the armor, I thought that was cool. And then it
That was
showed
cool.
like her perspective of her like going, like coming through the armor and stuff like that. I thought that was cool.
I thought
Yeah.
she was just gonna 300 kick her, like drop it and like kick her back instead of just like shrugging it off. Like
Yeah.
But
What
yeah,
else,
I
Matt?
like that. I like that they brought in the invisible jet, although I didn't like how convenient it was. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
what?
Okay, see that was
Like,
that
what?
was one of my dislikes, dude. That was one of my dislikes, dude. 'Cause
I
it was
like
like
my
hella
dislikes.
quick.
I get it. I like seeing the invisible jet just because it's a Wonder Woman thing, but it was so convenient. Like
Yeah.
like they could have showed her
Yeah.
fucking around in the beginning, just like trying to do it, and then
Yeah.
it kind of sets the precedent
See-
of like, oh wow, she has that ability, and then she can kind of master it when it's the time to do it. Not
That's
just pull it out of
that,
nowhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. That's what I have in my dislikes.
I liked
And-
it. I still liked it more than I disliked it. I know it was super convenient, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of like seeing the invisible jet. I also
Oh, you
like
know
seeing
what?
her fly.
Yes.
Okay, so
Wonder
well,
Woman can fly.
I
was
had a
also
question
weird.
In
about
this one,
that.
she could fly, but in
Yeah,
comics,
okay.
she can fly.
Okay.
But I guess it's a workaround because yeah, with I guess they want to. What they did really well, and this, I'm gonna put this in my likes, is establishing a power cap for Wonder Woman. They don't really do it with Superman because they can't, because he doesn't really have one. Batman's the
Mhm.
same way, but like on a mental level. And since his weakness is clear, he's only human, so they kind of push the limit on where he can, where he levels off power wise. But with Wonder Woman, they did a pretty good job because they showed her getting shot. And I guess you could attribute that to her losing her powers, but at the same time, she blocks bullets for a reason, and it's because she's still somewhat mortal. So her getting shot by bullets was kind of cool. I like that. And then I liked that they'd found a workaround for her flight, so she could technically fly, but it wasn't flying. So I kind of like that. Just seeing Wonder Woman fly, and even in the invisible jet, I like seeing all those throwaways. That was pretty cool.
One thing, so
and her riding the lightning was fucking dope. I don't know why. It was cool.
That was cool.
Attaching
That was a
to
cool
that was
idea.
I really thought it was just gonna be like, no. You tried that before? You knew it would work?
See that? Yeah. See, that's one thing. They're like, she kind of like, just did things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even so, with the jet, she just pulled like a Miyagi and was just like,
oh, you know what? I was trying this.
Yeah, dude, that was weird. So that was kind of weird to me. But then also with the flying, I feel like she
that's what
got
got me
that
in the
hella
feels.
quick.
That's what got me in the feels, dude. I was like,
Really?
She has Steve because she knows how to fly. Remember, she was like, of all the things I've seen, and flight, it's always one I won't understand. And then she got it, and so she got Steve.
That was
she renounced
cool.
her gift, but she still had Steve.
Yeah, that was cool. But like, I don't know. I like the in the Man of Steel when he's trying to fly. So like, it shows him kind of struggling for a while, and then he eventually gets it, and then he's, you know, like able to. But I feel like it was kind of too quick for Wonder Woman.
Well, the thing is that I didn't think it was too quick because it's not necessarily an ability. She just learned a skill. It's not inherent that she can fly. She still needs to do the, let me lasso myself up into the wind, and then I can kind of figure out how to work with the wind, become one with it in order to fly, which I would more attribute to Buzz Lightyear's falling with style, not really flying. So I didn't mind it. I didn't mind that came quick.
What threw me off was that like they did have that moment where she's like like where she's airless and like it shows her fly like Superman, like she actually puts the fist out so it looks directional, and then like scene happens with
I took that more as
and then I took that more as
lassoing. I took that more as aerodynamic, like she was doing this because like she was working with the wind, and it was supposed to look like flight, but also like she's mastering the wind. That's what I took.
Yeah, I think that's why I had to like, I did a double take when it showed her lassoing the lightning, and I was like, oh, interesting. Okay.
I could get with it. They did it right because if you notice, they only showed her falling downwards. She never went up.
Yeah.
She kind of stayed level or went down. So it's mostly gliding, not really flying. But I like that she had that Wonder Woman aspect to it.
I was surprised.
Kind of flying.
I was surprised that for a lot of the fight scenes, like to your point, it was very brief. I feel like a lot of them were over pretty quickly. But also, whenever she was blocking a bullet, she did it with the lasso instead of her gauntlets. Like that goes back
when she
to
cut
her
that, like when she cut that bullet, I'm like, yo. Okay.
Oh yeah, when she like.
I was like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. I feel like there's more times where I was like, okay.
It wasn't immersion breaking for me. Like I could let those pass.
I have a lot of snarky comments for my dislike file.
All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Okay.
We already did all our likes. Why don't you go first, Kuya? What didn't you not like?
So I mentioned before the fight animation, especially in the mall, looked super funny. Like I get that she was like
I didn't even notice that, and usually I do notice it. I just thought it was bland.
Anytime she goes over the side, like, and she like changes the levels in the mall, it looks super like leathery, like, or like plasticky, you know, kind of like Blade. Yeah. To Vince's point. The plot was a little predictable when it came to the wishes. I was like, oh, is she gonna wish to be like Diana? I was like, oh, she did.
Now, was that in the comics? Like,
I see. I went in completely blind. I don't know anything from the comics. I only know a little bit about Maxwell Lord. The only thing I know about Maxwell Lord is that Wonder Woman snaps his neck in the comics to like stop him.
Oh shit.
That's about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was just like, I wish the fight scenes were longer. Like the part when they're on the caravan and stuff like that. Like it's just all the fight scenes are super quick, and then it's like a lot of exposition.
That was a super quick set piece.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, did they film this during COVID outbreak, or was it kind of like?
I thought it was before. I thought it was way before.
Yeah, I
thought it was way before. Also, I think
they just didn't release it because theaters weren't open.
Yeah. All right. Cool. That's what I thought.
What was it? Oh, hubby mentioned that if the inscription is in Latin, it was like, why? Like it's so basic. Like anyone there, basically in that department, could read it, and like, I mean. Of course you could possibly not take it seriously, but like I guess it kind of folded in when like Huh?
But the inscription isn't what triggered it. It's what it was what knowing what it meant and then wishing something.
And then who it came from, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't until you see the inside of the ring where it gets to like the language of the old gods, I guess. But it was super strange that like it was in all these different civilizations and it was just in Latin. Like there's no Mayan inscriptions, there's no other civilizations that made any other possible inscriptions. It's just Latin. Like I felt like that was more recent than the other civilizations that they said it passed from. But that's being really nitpicky.
I didn't even think about that. They should have just put that shit in English. Fuck it. Make a wish. Hey, Juan.
I mean, like, I get that it's just to drive the plot further. Like, they didn't have to make it some obscure language, but I was just like, oh, that is kind of basic.
Yeah.
You can do.
The scene in his office, I was like, phenomenal cosmic power.
Dude, hey, that's one thing I wrote down. I was like, so when Pedro wanted to become the thing, he just pulled a Jafar and was like,
Yeah.
I didn't even
turned
put that together.
into.
He really did.
Yeah, dude. He pulled a Jafar and he became the thing that, yeah.
I took it more like a wishmaster.
Oh.
What is your wish? Should have been if they got Andrew Divoff. Shout out to Andrew Divoff as the wishmaster. That would have been a fucking huge throwback. That would have been sick. They got the wishmaster up in here.
Yeah, dude. He pulled a Jafar, dude. He's like, first, give me the lamp.
Little space.
You got Wish Maxwell in here. Would have been sick.
And then the fact that he could change parameters, like on that one guy where he's like, I'm gonna take your oil. Oh, too bad I sold it. Then I'm gonna take these people. Like, can he like switch those parameters that simply?
Yeah, it's because the trade-off is you get whatever you wish for, but then I take what's most important to you.
Okay.
So the oil wasn't important because he already sold it. So then it would be his security.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
And I mentioned this before, and we already talked about this a little bit, but like, no one recognized that dude that Steve was inside. No one said anything. He didn't miss work. He didn't get in trouble.
He's got no kids.
The White House. He's not on any security list. Like, is this dude's life ruined?
Who was that? Did they say who that guy was? He was just an engineer.
He's just an engineer. He just woke up in his body in on his futon or whatever.
I'm sure they didn't miss it because Washington was going through Bruce Almighty shit. Everyone was getting their wishes. Yes, to all. I was like, damn. Fucking Wishmaster.
He's just typing.
Wish Maxwell out here.
Typing and drinking coffee.
That was the other thing that I had. I had an issue with that because it's like when he was like, you can touch everything. And I'm like, that's not how technology works. You're not actually touching everyone. Like, how does that touch?
They were saying like there's like particle beams. They I mean, it may not be scientifically accurate IRL, but they had a mechanism for kind of getting around it.
It's like explaining technology to someone who doesn't understand technology.
Like, I mean, hey.
Mom saying to move the thing away from the window because people will hack us through our Wi-Fi if it's too close.
Again, that wasn't immersion breaking for me. I could suspend my disbelief because I didn't understand it. So whatever.
One of the last things I will say before moving to someone else, I'll interject when something comes up. The random shaman that they found with like hella dreadlocks.
Yeah, that was
like
Indian Jamaican shaman who knows about Mayan culture. Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna laugh if that's a comic book character. Like, no, that's canon.
I was like, this guy does not look well. I don't know what a Mayan person would look like, but he's like Indian with heavy braids.
Yeah,
with, like, a book.
Let me tell you about Tzotzil.
He's like, I'm not a shaman, but my grandfather left me this. I was like, then why are you making flyers and passing them around?
Hey, that was the same dude from How High that was like, it's the mock a Buddha.
Oh yeah, it is him. Is that him? Stupid. It's
a skin mock a Buddha.
Stupid.
Oh,
yeah, that part was ultra convenient.
I said that was the last thing. This is the last thing. Every time Barbara, even before she became Cheetah, every time Barbara did some kind of punch, did some kind of whatever, it was like wow, 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 wow. Like it did the score was like wow, wow, wow.
I didn't even notice that.
Necessary?
Damn, they did the Wakandan flutes like whenever Black Panther would do something.
When she hit that drunk. She hit that drunk and it was like wow, wow, wow.
I didn't even notice that. Damn, I'm gonna rewatch this shit. I didn't even notice those little things. Wait. Yeah. So, before we move on, Kuya, where do you stand at with this movie? Like, dislike?
I can see why people that are not comic heavy would like it. The pacing is good.
Whoa, you're just gonna insult me like that? Like I'm not comic heavy? Damn.
No,
like
I mean like
aggressive sweat. I see how idiots who don't know the canon. Damn, dude.
I see how if you're just like wanting to watch it for a good time is good, but if you're used to the world building of MCU where you try to find the details in every little thing,
give
like if you're digging into
Come on, you're gonna hold a child who has disabilities to the same standard as like the academic decathlon person. Come on.
But like,
no, you tell them they drew a really good triangle. That's great.
I think I stand on it the same. Not the same. The first one was definitely better, but I do think the first movie, I definitely think that it was kind of a letdown. Like Professor Lupin was the bad guy. Like this guy with a stash, like a heavy porn stash. Like,
I can barely remember that. I just wish they expanded more on that lady scientist who had that fucked up face. That would have been a cool main villain from the first one. But anyways, yeah. So dislike. You didn't answer.
I'm neutral.
Of course. What's neutral?
There are a lot of
never take a stance on anything.
I will say that I am happy to not watch it again, but I don't wish for my 2.5 hours back.
That's not an answer.
Really? I'm not gonna renounce that wish, dude. I'm a wish that.
I'm gonna hold you to a standard, Kuya. You're gonna make a stand on this podcast, like or dislike. Just you gotta choose one.
I will say dislike. There's a lot of stupid stuff that happen.
All right, I'm the only white one here. All right, gotcha. Vince, what did you dislike about it?
Pretty much what we talked about before. Like it was just a random dude, and no one really recognized him, and no one like reached out to him. Like he didn't have any kids. That was like, "Hey, Dad, where are you?" Like, what are you doing?
Or work like you're fired.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he was a serial killer. Like he was super low key. People are like, "Oh wow, I would expect him to die today." I'm alive.
That's why he has so many fanny packs. They're all carrying different weapons.
Also, too, so Steve Trevor, he's in this dude's body, and then he's trying to get used to all the new technology and everything in the 80s. But then there's some things like he knew how to make coffee. Didn't he say that like he had hella coffee or something like that?
Like 3 pots of coffee.
Yeah, but I don't know how much that technology has evolved over the years. I think it was pretty the same. Unless they had a Keurig back then and shit.
I don't know. I feel like it wasn't. I don't know. Some things just didn't match up with that. I think if he's learning all sorts of new stuff, then he just needs to learn all sorts of new stuff.
Just pumping up a sneaker like Austin Powers. He's doing everything from all the other movies. I'll put it on the list. He's running around the Capitol.
Crossing it off, dude.
Running around the Capitol on your left. What the fuck? I'm going the same speed as you.
And then also, if with the whole like wishing of that little rock thing, why can't she just wish actual Steve Trevor back? Like, why did it have to be another person and then Steve's conscious in the dude's body? You know what I mean?
I don't think she was. She made the wish on like just a passing thing. I bet if she knew what it could do, then she would make like a
be more specific.
I want Steve Trevor in his physical body back with me. She probably just said, "Oh, Steve, I wish you were here," and then it just did that.
It's just some dude named Steve.
I wish you were in discount Sebastian Stan's body because I like the new soldier.
Yeah. So that's some of it, and then some other stuff that got on my nerva was.
Scott wrote that down. He wrote that down.
I did that. I wrote that down, dude. I wrote that down. The way that she got like 2 wishes, right? Don't you just get like 1 wish?
So I put that down as a note, but it turns out that like I think in the plane she said, "Oh, I already made a wish," and he was like, "Well, I'm feeling generous." So when people were making wishes on him, he was like, "I'll give you this, and I'll take your prowess is her prowess, and I'll give you this, and now your life energy is mine." So he's splitting the wishes, like the repercussions between making himself stronger and making her stronger also.
I didn't get that part, but then I'm
Yeah,
like,
that was weird.
is it really that stringent? Like, can he just grant whatever wishes he wants? Maybe he's just doing
dude.
that.
Because when she did that, I was like, what, dude? She's a cheetah. Why she?
Well, because she said, I want to be an apex predator. And then so he did it really specific when they're like, okay, I'll give you $1 million to the people who are watching TV. And he was like, I take your whatever and I give her your prowess or whatever.
Yeah. And then
So
didn't the kid who whatever that kid's name was
Alistair!
yeah yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. But he like wished for his dad to come back hella times, right? And then
Yeah,
but he
like,
can't.
Remember when he touched
You can
his
only
leg
make
and he
one
said, "I
wish.
wish for your greatness."
Yeah.
I guess.
And he was like,
I
"You're my
don't
son.
know.
You don't get another wish, but this blonde bitch gets one." I don't know.
It wasn't even, that's the thing. Like she didn't, it's not that he directly granted her wish because he wasn't even touching her at the time. He was just using other people's wish repercussions to make her strong. Anyway, yeah, I definitely had that in my notes about the second wish thing because I was really confused. But it was the whole thing where it's like, I will give you back your land to that one prince, but I'll take your oil. So for some of the people watching, he was like, okay, I'll grant your wish and then I'll take your strength and give it to her. And then this other group of people is like, I'll grant your wish, but then your life force is mine. So he was
So how does
splitting
that
like
work?
the
I'll grant your wish, and now you're a cheetah.
no, that I swear I just watched the scene because it's right close to where I stopped when he was like,
I don't know.
right
I think
after
you're just
he
supposed to accept it.
yeah. Yeah.
I'd be
And
sick
the
if
other
she was just like, I want to be a fucking cheetah. Bam.
well, the other thing is like I get the apex predator thing. They tried to tie it in and then like they made her like literally a cheetah. But before that, when she's like, I want to be like Diana and have her grace and be special like her, that doesn't mean that she has her fighting experience. Like she was going
She
toe
should
to
have
toe with
got her
Diana.
accent. I'm kind of disappointed she didn't get her accent. When she started turning Israeli and shit.
But I'm like, why didn't she like? How was she able to like know how to fight like off?
She
the
didn't
cuff?
have she didn't have technique. She was just powering through it. She was just throwing basic punches and kicks. She wasn't really that dope.
It was more when her and Diana were like grappling. Like I don't know. She's like
You
a
never grappled with
bookworm
the
and
cheetah?
she was a bookworm and she somehow was able to take her on at the White House.
Well, she was also
So,
losing her powers too, so it's not just that.
I guess.
Mm.
There was a couple times where planes were involved where I was like, wouldn't that take the plane down? Like when they were in the jet and they were flying through fireworks. And I was like, wouldn't this damage them somehow?
They got hit. He
And
really
then
did just learn how to fly a 20th century plane hella fast though.
Yeah.
See, that's like,
He only messed up
He
once.
does-
He was like, gas, no. Gas, yes. Engine.
Really did just learn how to do it.
dude, yeah, see, and he just got his parachute pants, dude. He thought everybody.
How did
why
Diana? How did she have access to those jets in the first place? Like they stole it for sure, but I thought she like swiped a key card to like.
I
Get
think it
back
was in
there.
the museum. It was in the Smithsonian,
It
so they probably had some
Yeah.
working class like antique. planes or some shit.
Oh, all right. I'll buy that.
I didn't like the CGI when it was like when she was running with the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
it
weird.
looks,
It like
it looks
the
hella
ground was
weird,
here and she was
dude.
going like this.
Looks hella weird. Yeah, when they were in in Egypt, I think.
Yeah.
Like that scene.
Well, it was a couple of times when she was running away from Steve after she renounced the wish. That part
You
looked
like
kind of
how-
weird too.
That
You
part
like how he
hella
was like,
weird.
Yeah,
I love you. I'll always love you.
Yeah, I thought that was hella weird. And then, okay, so I haven't really seen Gal Gadot in a lot of stuff, but I might get a lot of hate for this. But I don't think she's that great of an actress. You know?
Oh, I mean,
like,
she's not horrible either. I could accept it. She's not horrible. She's not great, but she gets
I
it
don't
done.
know.
She gets it done.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because Chris Pine and then Kristen Wiig were like really up there that I kind of saw more of a difference in that she's not as good. But
Yeah,
I
I can
mean,
see that.
like when she was saying goodbye to Chris Pine, I wasn't really feeling that scene.
I
Like,
thought it was
I don't
more
know.
weird that they said goodbye. She was running away, and then like I said, the whole like I love you, like they had his voice layered over when she was running away. I was like, that's just awkward. Just let them like, I don't know.
I thought that part was all right. I wasn't too nitpicky about that. It was just weird because I feel like it should have came from the left pan, but it was like in the middle, but like really quiet on my TV. So I'm like, what? Who's saying that?
Yeah.
Shut up outside. I'm trying to watch.
No, it was your mom, dude. It was your mom.
Maybe that's the part that I thought was weird. Like it didn't sound like she was running away from him, just that he was like stationed. Like I don't know. It just was.
The sound was really weird on that.
The sound was weird.
What was up with that?
I think it would have been it would have been a little bit cooler if it was just Cheetah as a bad guy or something like that, where they can like really develop a little bit more with her and with Diana.
I don't see. That's the thing. I don't really know her.
Oh, he froze.
Backstory, how she became a cheetah. I know that Maxwell Lord's a well-known Wonder Woman villain, so I don't mind. Like, I mean, most superhero movies have kind of like that primary and then secondary villain scheme. Sometimes a tertiary if they're talented enough. But yeah, I don't know if a cheetah one would have worked as well by itself. I think it fit in well with the scheme. Like she was.
If it was more cheetah focused, I feel like it was more of a Maxwell film than even like Wonder Woman. I feel like it had more on Maxwell lore than Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it's true.
I love Kristen Wiig.
So if they kind of just
I love Kristen Wiig. She did a great transformation, but when she was the nerdy one, I thought it was too much of like giggling every sentence. Oh yes, this is.
I just thought it was Kristen Wiig. This is Kristen Wiig being herself, dude. I really thought she was gonna start dropping some comedy. I was waiting for it.
She played ditzy really well, but I was just like it's not even every other sentence, it's every other word had like a giggle in it to emphasize how awkward she was.
She was Bridesmaids, dude.
She really was. It was.
It was a great movie. Fantastic film. It's happening.
I would say I'm more of the side that I disliked it. I think the first one was better. I think both the first one and the second one, actually, they were kind of long. Like it kind of.
I don't know how long the first one was, but yeah, I was definitely noticing the length on this one. 2.5 hours.
That's 2.5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like it dragged in places. It's just like I would notice, like, damn, it's been really long.
Yeah. What about you, Matt?
What were you gonna say, Queen?
I was gonna say, do you still want to go on?
You guys need to fix your names. What's going on here?
Oh, we jumped back in. Oh, no.
You guys just doxed yourselves.
Oh, no.
What were you going to say?
Did you want to continue on dislikes, or did you want to start talking about like theories or questions that you had on other stuff?
My main dislike is that I don't think that many people would have renounced their wish. Got to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And I refuse to believe that there is like black people out there. Like, I wish the cops would just stop shooting unarmed black people. Fuck that. Why would I? And then some white lady's like, oh, just look inside yourself. I'm not, fuck that. They're shooting us in droves. I would die. I would renounce less. I would not renounce for less. I'd be like, I would wish for 7 more inches, and I'd be like, I'm dying with a big maybe give that up.
Disgusting.
I'll fight you with Cheetah, dude. I'm not giving back my dick.
We'll give you 7 inches, but you can't use it on anyone.
Also, no one was like thinking it was bullshit and just be like, I wish this guy would just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, I thought that.
That's
was like,
come on, no one's really
like, who's this guy?
There's too many people with TVs that would say some trollish shit.
Yeah, so that part was kind of weird.
That's my only nitpick though. Like, I understand. I agree with you guys on what you dislike. Some of them, the more nitpicky ones, like the ones you had, Kuya. That stuff I'm not too bothered by it. I like this movie. I can see why people weren't too thrilled with it, but honestly, like, it wasn't that bad.
I was wondering
if I had to give it the Marvel equivalent, I would say it was about Captain America: First Avenger.
Well, I liked Captain America: First Avenger.
That's what I'm saying. I like Captain America: First Avenger. What would you give your equivalent to in the MCU?
Let's see, like an Iron Man 2, or like a Thor 2.
You didn't like Iron Man 2? Iron Man 2 was the shit.
I didn't really like it as much.
You're right. At the first watch, it kind of took me a lot of watches to actually like it a lot.
Yeah.
But I see you. I can agree with that.
I'm right there with you on the scoring. There's just a couple
Which
questions.
one? Iron Man 2 or Captain America: First Adventure?
No, Iron Man 2 or Thor 2.
Oh,
Like
Thor 2.
it
Okay.
might be like casually enjoyable, but I'm not looking to watch it again. But
Yeah.
it just
Sure.
left me with some questions, like when they're fighting in the White House and she lassos Barbara and she's trying to make her see reason. Like the lasso is the lasso of truth. Like, didn't you think it would make her see reason? Like, oh, you're being really selfish, or
But there
that's
wasn't
the truth
any.
that she sees.
The thing is that she knew she was being selfish and she wasn't giving it up. So if she embraced her truth, she wasn't really struggling with anything until she saw that it was doing damage around the world. Then she renounced her wish. So I can get past that.
Okay, that was one of the questions I had. The other one, and this might have been resolved because I didn't finish the movie, but when he says, "I wish for your greatness," couldn't they twist that to be like, does that make him also great? Like, does he also have wishing power? Or is it like, I wish for you to be great? That's just semantics. You're getting into grammatical.
When his son wished for his greatness,
yeah,
he wished for his dad's greatness so he could stop with all that shenanigans and then come back and be a dad. That's how I read it.
And the question I have, so like, he could twist that, right? But then he also didn't say what he's taking from his son in order to be great. So like, how in that way would he be suffering?
He was taking his dad away.
I guess so.
He's like, go stay with Raquel.
He took his real parents away, dude, because he's adopted for sure.
I know.
This dude just having Asian kids.
Yeah.
Without even showing us the mom, we're just supposed to accept this Asian kid.
Doesn't look anything like him.
Oh, is this blonde dude Hispanic when he was younger? And now he's like, what? He's like Nordic? What the fuck?
If you ever watch this movie again, I do want you to listen for, I hope I'm not just like making it up, but I'm pretty sure anytime Barbara, when she was like pre-transformation, but like already made her wish, anytime she hit something, it was like, wow, wow, wow. Like, it made like the purring noise. I was like, what is this?
So what do you guys think? So I don't know if you've heard or anything, but they
wait. First of all, how are we gonna skip over the Linda Carter cameo at the end?
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, no, I thought
that was dope. Listeria, bro.
Cool.
I'm like, damn, someone caught a bad case of listeria. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy infectious. Get to a hospital.
I thought that was cool. Yeah, that's.
I wish there was a teaser for some other DC project, but I don't even know what's in the works over there. I don't really.
I don't know anything about their timeline.
I don't know what's coming out.
Oh, I think the next thing's gonna be Batman. Oh, is it Adam?
No, I think it's Adam.
When does Batman come out?
Actually,
new one with Robert Pattinson.
Actually, I don't think it's Adam yet. Yeah, so I think it is Pattinson. But then I don't know what else I got after that.
I don't even know.
But I don't know if you heard, but they're signed on to do a third one, Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a bread and butter, dude. That's what's carrying the franchise.
It's gonna be Patty Jenkins again. But what do you guys think is gonna be?
I don't even know. I don't really know Wonder Woman's lore. Like I hope she fights another god, but how can you really outdo Ares or whatever? It was Ares, right?
Yeah.
Hades.
The first
I don't even remember, dude. Kratos? I don't even remember.
Ares.
Boy.
That's true. Yeah, I don't really know. Wonder Woman
I know Maxwell Lord was a big villain, but I don't really know her rogues gallery like that.
But even like I don't even see him being in the third one at all because he like kind of turned good.
Yeah, he was a reformer.
But that was kind of weird. I didn't really like that either. I wanted him to stay bad.
How can you really stop someone like that? Besides, I really thought she was gonna go snap his neck. I was hoping for it, but they didn't go that route, and I was still happy. It was still pretty good.
I didn't know anything about him except what Hubs was saying about, like, I guess in the comics he can influence what they're.
It's a form of telepathy where he can like put suggestions and then make them do stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like there's an X-Men villain that does that also.
It's like the Purple Man from what's her name?
I don't remember now.
Jessica Jones.
Oh, okay. But his thing is like he does the suggestive stuff, but he has a lot of nosebleeds or something.
Yeah.
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 So I don't know what they're gonna do for the third one.
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
I don't know either. It was interesting. Her whole like, so in the first one, she had so much riding on her mission. Like it was obligation or nothing. Like she had to find Ares and stop him. But then in this one, she was a little, it was more like selfishness over obligation. Like it took her a while to actually like, okay, yeah, I need to renounce my wish and like get shit done. So I mean, like in contrast, it was kind of interesting when you put them side by side.
I have a feeling this is gonna be. It might be like her last one, or if anything, last solo movie.
I hope
She might
so. I
have.
hope they get cracking with the Justice League again. I hope they bring back the OG cast. They really were done a disservice. I can't wait for Snyder Cut, honestly. I feel like it's
Oh,
gonna be I feel
I
like it's
saw
gonna
that.
be bad, but I'm still gonna enjoy it.
I don't know how. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I saw that it's gonna be a movie instead of a series because they were kind of contemplating
Series.
if
For real? I never heard that. I
Why
know
did
that
they
not
they,
cut it? Like,
not a
was it
series,
enough
but they were gonna
footage?
do like uh I think it was weekly releases, but it was like 1 hour and then another hour
what
and
the heck, dude?
That's
No,
so
give me the
weird.
movie. I'm not trying to watch
yeah.
a series.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be all in
I
one
see,
movie. And
I
it's gonna
seen
be hella
something.
long.
I seen something where they already cast Martian Manhunter.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I can't wait, dude. Oh my god, if they do Martian Manhunter right, I would definitely be up for like his own kind of movie or series.
That'd be,
That's one
yeah,
underrated
that'd be
character.
amazing. If they could get the animation down, like their animation is still so wonky.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with them and CGI. Like it's all muddy. It all looks like
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles. Like they can't get it right for some reason. And they don't they the thing about the DC extended universe is they don't know how to hold their load, dude. They gotta blow their load in the first like movie or a couple of movies. They give us Doomsday like right away. They're gonna give us
Yeah.
Darkseid right away. It's like
Yeah.
they don't have that thing that Marvel has where they have patience and they know how to bring it back full circle. They
Yeah.
have to
I
get
agree.
it like, and it's evident in the directors they hire because they hire a lot of independent film. Like they got David Ayers who made End of Watch, and before that he wrote on Training Day, and he made Suicide Squad. Like they want people to make contained movies, like Joker. They don't really want an extended universe, but they're shoehorning them into an extended universe. Not necessarily the characters that were in the individual movies, but they're like they want to give us the universe right away and have us accept it without there being any kind of like weight to it, which is it's frustrating because I feel like Man of Steel was trying to go that direction. If you remember, it's a long time ago when they found he found his ship, and then there were other pods open, and they were missing, and they never explained it. But I don't know if it's just me, but I always assumed that those were the ancestors of the original Amazons because
Oh.
Gal Gadot is Israeli, and so is I'm forgetting her name, Lara, Clark's mom, but the actress's name. What is her name? She's the Vanessa from Daredevil. I don't look up her name, Kuya.
Oh
What's her
God, what
name?
is her name?
She has a very unique name. But yeah, she's Israeli too. So I thought they were making like a connection there, like
Mhm.
so Kryptonians are like ancestors to the Amazons, and that's why if it was
The
diluted,
powers are kind of similar.
yeah, their powers are diluted because maybe they like intermingled with humans, and so they get the strength and the speed, but they don't get the flight. So I thought they're gonna go that route and kind of connect them, but they never brought that back around.
Eyelet Zurver. Is that her?
Yes, yes,
How
yes.
do you pronounce that?
I don't know. Eyelet
Okay.
Zurer? I don't know. But yeah, I thought that's where they were going with it, but I guess that was just a coincidence. It would have been cool. I wouldn't have minded them linking Kryptonians and Amazons together. But yeah, they really don't know how to bring stuff full circle. They try to give us stuff
Yeah, I
too
agree.
soon. And Zack Snyder's kind of like his vision sucks. He has a vision, but it sucks. I want a Batman with guns that kill. Yeah, it's already been said.
That's
But
like
hopefully the
his
Snyder cut is good. I hope it's better than the Whedon cut because I didn't really like that movie that much.
yeah.
Had some good spots. But
I
yeah.
thought you did like that movie actually.
I liked it for what it was. Like I knew it wasn't going to be good, but I still
Yeah.
enjoyed it, so it was all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess that's kind of where I sit with Wonder Woman because we heard from so many people that it was not great. So going into it, I didn't have high expectations. I'm still like, there's a lot of plot holes that I had issues with, but like, I'm not in the camp where like I wish I had that 2.5 hours back. Like I've definitely seen worse movies.
I mean, if they really wanted to, they could just copy the blueprint of Marvel. Like they have all the pieces. Like they started out with the most human character, so it's not absurd when superheroes come in. So you started out with Batman. He's the first one. So that when the superheroes come, it's not absurd that there's a regular ass dude doing what superheroes do. So you start out with Batman, and then you can bring in Superman and Green Lantern and Wonder Woman. So he's the originator, and then you bring in the superpowered ones. And then they could do what they did. They could like have Wonder Woman be the Thor part, where someone from her lore is causing them as a team some problems, and they deal with that. There's an alien invasion, and then they can fold in Darkseid in the Thanos role, lead up to him.
Yeah.
You can have Doomsday under him, who can be like, I don't know, who's their Doomsday? I guess they could, I don't know. They didn't really have one. It was Doomsday's kind of like he's kind of like on a Darkseid threat too, but not as big.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely could have had like a plan in the works. But I think the fact that they don't have their own studio, they're kind of tied to Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers just wants to make money. So I can't really blame them. They don't really have an overall vision. And the person they wanted to do it, Christopher Nolan, didn't really share that extended universe thing. So that wasn't going to happen. So
I think a lot of Warner Brothers also, they see that some of the solo movies make a lot of money. So then they're just like, why mess with, especially with the Joker? Yeah, they're just like, why mess with, trying to do something that Marvel's doing.
They don't really share. Yeah, that's what it is. They don't really share the passion. They find people who have that passion, but they don't share the passion themselves. So they're not dedicated to like a year's plan. So that kind of sucks for fans.
The other thing too is like they don't trust just the one person to have a unique vision. Like Kevin Feige that did all of Marvel. Like, isn't he doing Mandalorian too? Like he's doing all of the stuff to like fill in, or not Kevin Feige. Who am I thinking?
Jon Favreau?
Jon Favreau's doing the Marvel universe. Kevin Feige, that's who's doing Mando, isn't it?
I thought
Jon Favreau's doing Mando.
Also doing Mando. Yeah. Okay.
It's and Kevin Feige's the head of the Marvel.
Okay. It's just having like one person that like has the vision, has everything that they
and who will shit can you if you don't agree with them. He will get rid of Edward Norton and Terrence Howard, like someone who will play around, who will stick to a vision and who has a passion for it. Like, that's what DC's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can only dream of what a DC universe like the Marvel universe would have been like. That would have been great.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I don't know. They might with the Flashpoint movie, like that might.
So I'm glad you brought that up, because I think that DC is going to do the Flashpoint better than Marvel's going to do the multiverse. I have a feeling. Yeah. Because for the express reason that Marvel nailed it already. Like they can show us alternates. I heard somewhere something cool. Like I don't know if you guys know this, but they were originally thinking of Tom Cruise as Iron Man, and then what's her name? I'm forgetting it. Oh God, Emily Blunt was gonna be Black Widow. So Emily Blunt is John Krasinski's wife.
Yeah.
And John Krasinski was supposed to be Captain America, like he was a fan favorite. And they were thinking about he had an audition.
Yeah.
They were thinking in the multiverse, like people were speculating they were gonna have cameos by them as those characters.
Whoa.
That would have been John cool. Krasinski doing Cap, but I've never seen Emily Blunt in an action movie or in an action role.
You haven't seen Edge of Tomorrow? She was killing it.
I have not seen that, no.
That's the one with Tom Cruise, right?
With Tom Cruise, and she was killing it. I could definitely see her in a Black Widow role. And I think I might have liked her better than Scarlet, because she's got a good build. She actually looks like the character model in the Avengers game.
Yeah.
Like she's kind of tall and thin, which I always thought Black Widow was more of, not like short curvy. And like kind of like super figure, hourglass figure.
She's curvy.
Yeah.
She's thick.
But yeah, Emily Blunt is an amazing actress. I've just never seen her in that role. Like
she's killing it in that movie.
Yeah.
But now people are wanting them to be Reed and Sue Richards, which would be
I heard that. I thought that was more likely.
That would be a great fit
top two
for a Fantastic Four movie that I don't want to be made, because I just don't like that.
How many shots have they had at it already? Like 3?
I don't think you can do a property like that good, because it's just inherently boring. I don't know. I don't understand what's so likable about it. The First Family, like, who cares? Yeah,
I think it's just because hella people like Doom. That's why.
Yeah.
They like Doom and he's a central character, but like the characters are so bland. Like I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, you're a scientist and you got turned into it. Like it's not appealing to me. They don't really have an amazing. And like, what would you do with Reed Richards? In the comics, he's like an uber genius. So basically, he would like put Tony Stark to shame. Tony Stark actually is more Reed Richards than Tony Stark in the movies.
Yeah.
He's not really on that genius level where he can like figure out time travel. But I guess they didn't have a Reed Richards at the time, so that was convenient.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how they would do a Reed Richards as a scientist. He would just
those are the top two fan like casts for sure.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, yeah, expand the universe. I can't wait to see what they do with the X-Men.
Yeah, I think everything is all like the possibilities are endless now, especially like with the snap, because then you could just
bring in anyone.
And then also with Wanda, her powers are basically endless too. So like there's so much stuff that you can.
She was like, no more Terrence Howard, and then he just disappears.
Hey,
did you guys watch WandaVision yet?
I watched the first episode, and then you guys said we weren't going to talk about it today, so I didn't watch the second one yet.
But yeah, so basically there's a whole bunch of possibilities, like casting wise, or like things to do in the future. Like if they do add Fantastic Four, then that opens up Doctor Doom, then that opens up Secret Wars, then that opens up a whole bunch of stuff, dude. Like, I think the next couple phases will be, I mean, it's not going to be like the first 4 phases because everything's different now, but I think there's no panic, even though you're not getting the same characters. I feel like it's still.
I'm hyped for the small shit. I'm not even on the big shit yet. I'm hyped for the small shit, like the Shang-Chi that I heard. They're gonna have Omega Red feature. Like the premise, from what I understand, it's gonna be like a tournament, and like different people are gonna enter it, and one of them is Omega Red. So I guess the mutants are already gonna be in there. Yeah, it's gonna be raw, dude. I can't wait. And you can't go wrong with the martial artists.
Yeah,
there's like 6 Marvel properties, right, that are coming out soon. Like there's Black Widow, there's Shang-Chi, there's what are the next ones? I know there's
Black Widow's gonna be on Winter Soldier status. I have a feeling it's got this spy thriller tone to it. I feel like that's why they're holding out on theaters, because they know it's gonna be a big movie.
I hope so.
Otherwise, they would have went the Wonder Woman route and just released it. Like we might as well get it out now. But I feel like they're holding on to it because they know it's gonna be a super hit.
Yeah.
And I guess I heard somewhere that Florence Pugh, the new Black Widow, I forgot her name in the Black Widow series. It's Yelena Belova, I think is her name. She's gonna carry on like the Black Widow. She's gonna be the new Black Widow in the universe. So they'll still have a Black Widow, I guess.
It's just
archetype character.
I thought that was still just a theory. I didn't know that was confirmed.
That was a theory. It was a theory, but I can see them doing that. They're not gonna waste a character like that.
Yeah, there's WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I'm hyped for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Super hyped. Yeah. When they have a US agent in there, dude. I feel like that's gonna be a hit. That's gonna be crazy.
That's the one I'm most hyped about. That one and WandaVision, I think, are my tops.
Yeah.
I'm not even hyped about WandaVision. I can miss that. I think because I've never read House of M, so I'm not too invested in the character, especially how she was brought in the MCU. Like I feel like if we could establish that Magneto was their father, I feel like it would add so much more weight to it. But comics, as it stands, I really don't give a fuck about Vision.
Even the comics.
I hope that when it comes back, that someone comes back and rips it out of his head again. That'd be hilarious.
I'm back. Go back and forth. For Magneto being their father, they've written and rewritten it that he is, and then he isn't, and then he is. Like they keep changing their backstory in the comics.
Let's stick with what the good storyline was, and that he is.
Other than those, there's Loki, Shang-Chi.
I hope they use the snap to go back and retcon a bunch of stuff. I would love to see Chris Evans liberating the Magneto death camp with Wolverine, like both of them liberating Magneto's concentration camp.
I don't know if you saw, but I think Chris Evans is reportedly like coming back.
I heard that. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about that. I wish they would just leave that alone.
Me too.
Like and keep it to small cameos, small Joe Biden cameos.
I agree.
Spider-Man 3.
Should... Go ahead, Monica.
Spider-Man 3.
They're gonna do the Spider-Verse with that. Didn't they?
Yeah.
I see like
The 3 Spider-Mans.
they're really gonna bring
Doc
back
Ock.
Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. It's gonna be sick if they do that.
I think
they're
so.
bringing,
And
they're
then
bringing back hella people.
What do you guys
I
think
kept-
about Jaden Smith being Miles Morales? He's in talks, I think.
oh
Or
really?
It's speculated.
I thought he was
I like that. I
I wouldn't mind
He
it.
can do karate.
He can. I don't know if he can nail down the acting part of it. I would love for a new face to be him, but I wouldn't mind Jaden Smith being it.
He's gonna be like Spider off. Spider off.
Stupid.
I keep seeing articles where they confirmed and then I see articles that is speculating. So I wasn't sure if they really did get the original Doc Ock and if they
I thought they
getting
did.
Matt Murdock.
I read that.
Did.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah, I thought those
So-
Oh
were
my god! If they can fold the Punisher and Daredevil into their universe, like,
So that's the thing,
oh
dude.
my god!
Because they wrapped. I guess they wrapped Charlie Cox. So that opens up the whole Netflix universe too. So I hope, like you said, I hope that they bring in Punisher. And then I also saw that there's a rumor that Jessica Jones, like Kristen Ritter, was going to be.
Bring back everyone but Iron Fist.
Yeah, leave his ass. Dude, leave his ass, dude.
Vanessa.
Dude, they need to bring back all of the cast of Daredevil, Punisher, and then whoever they
Oh,
want.
dude, bring back
Leave out
the
Bullseye. I don't like that.
the
Bullseye.
bald guy. What's the bald guy?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Dude, bring
Yeah.
him back.
He was a great Kingpin. They need to bring him back. He was
Just
by
have
far
him
at
make-
that time. He was the most compelling villain besides Eric
He was
Killmonger.
dope.
It was the most
Dude.
interesting.
If you just have him making breakfast, that's all I want, dude.
He really was because he was the
staring at
most
a wall.
dynamic. Out of all their villains, there were so many one-sided like characters.
Dude, if there's just a scene where it just cuts to him and he's just looking at a wall, dude, I would be
Yeah.
hyped. For real though, I would be hyped because then
Yeah.
it
And
you
credit
know that
scene, it's just him in prison.
Yeah,
he's
dude.
coming. That'd be sick. If they could tie him into the Spider-Man universe and then have them fold in like with their little Manhattan crew with Punisher and Daredevil and Spider-Man.
Yeah, dude. That'd be
Yeah,
sick.
That'd be great. That would be
So
great.
this is
sick.
where I'm getting a little bit confused, I guess. They're doing so many multiverse stuff with like WandaVision, with Spider-Man 3, but then Doctor Strange is literally the multiverse. So do you think that's going to be like how to close up all the storylines and make it back into like one story?
I don't think they're gonna close it out. I think they're gonna leave it open just for the sole reason that they could bring in other people without
properties.
having to go through the trouble of messing with the canon. They can just say, "Oh yeah, they messed with it anyway, so we can bring these characters in with relatively little complications."
Yeah.
I was also
I
not
think
aware they greenlit a Miss Marvel series.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
She
Yeah, I
has a
did not
show.
know that.
She-Hulk has a show also.
That's gonna be funny. I hope she runs into. She could definitely. See, they could tie in Matt Murdock because they're both lawyers.
That's what the speculation was at first, that before they talked about Matt Murdock, they thought that it was going to be She-Hulk
She-Hulk.
representing Spider-Man
That'd be cool.
because they knew that she was going to have her own show.
This
So that's why.
this tall ass green bitch just in the courtroom. Like, I object. Bam.
Moon Knight also. I don't really know
not
anything
keen
about him.
I'm not really keen on Moon Knight. It really is one of those characters like they got a Batman. Let's make our Batman.
Yeah. But I think Marvel is in good hands right now.
Except when it comes to video
Ooh.
games.
Except when it comes to
2023.
video games.
I forgot a lot about the Marvel timeline because just everything shit the bed last year. I just stopped paying attention. I forgot about Blade.
Blade,
Totally forgot about
Mahershala
Blade.
Ali. That's gonna be sick, dude. And remember when they had a freaking trailer for oh my god, what's his name? I'm blanking again. The new vampire movie. Jared Leto. Morbius. Yeah, dude. They're definitely gonna have to fold Blade in there. That's how they're gonna introduce Blade, I feel like.
Yeah.
Nice.
Man,
I
that's
don't
gonna
really
be so
care
sick.
about Morbius, but okay. Like
I'm
I'll
just
still
ready
watch
for-
it, but
I'm just ready for vampires in the MCU. God damn, that'd be so crazy.
yeah, dude. I'm trying to see Wesley come back, dude.
They gotta bring back Chris Christopherson though.
That guy
No,
won't
they
die.
should- they should make Wesley be the Whistler.
Oh, that'd be crazy. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, dude.
Damn,
Are they
dude.
gonna do that whole tongue thing again? It's gonna be Wakanda. or vampire.
Stupid. Yeah, they got a lot of shit in the pipeline. I can't wait. When
Yeah.
is they didn't say when Falcon and Winter Soldier comes out, did they? We only got
They
WandaVision for
did.
now. I swear to
don't
God,
know. I don't remember.
Man, I really just want to watch that. I'm not even too keen on WandaVision.
I feel like so
March.
WandaVision is just hella weird. Like
It's real weird.
it's real weird, but then it's also really original, and I think it's creative, and it's gonna tie in a whole bunch of shit. Like I feel like the show is gonna fuck shit up in
The only
MCU.
reason I'm gonna watch it is because that's their new route for the extended universe. They're going show
Yeah.
heavy, and then with small pepperings of the movie. Before it was just movies with like tie-ins to Agents of Shield or whatever they want to do at the time. Now it's gonna be show heavy with tie-ins to the movies. Movies are gonna be like the annuals, and then the series, comics, monthly series is gonna be like the shows. So it's good. It's definitely adopting like a more like comic-based scheme.
The
which is kinda
production
cool.
level though that they're doing, Disney in general, like Mandalorian, is like it's movie
it's
level
top-notch, dude.
quality
Yeah.
the way that they've
Yeah.
shot it. So I have like really high hopes. Like I watched the first episode of Wanda. It's real weird, but then like you can tell that they're gonna put a lot of production into it, especially bringing the
Wandalorian.
heavy hitters, bringing the heavy hitters in from the movies. But as of this article I'm consulting, that was updated December 11th last year on Rotten Tomatoes. The premiere date for Falcon and Winter Soldier is March of 2021. So we're almost there.
Jeez,
Nice.
it's almost there. Damn, can't wait.
Cool.
The hand to
So what
hand
are
in
we
that
talking
show is
about
gonna be
next
crazy.
week?
Let's talk about WandaVision. We'll talk about whatever WandaVision's drop. It's a weekly show, right? There's gonna be another episode next Friday.
It's weekly, but the first day they dropped last Friday. I'm dating this
2
episode.
episodes.
They dropped 2 episodes. So by next week we'll have 3 to talk about.
I think there's only 9 for this season.
That's not bad at all.
I think most of the series, what I was hearing was like they're gonna be like 6 hours long or something like that, like the Marvel series. I don't know how short Winter Soldier is, but that's just what I was hearing.
I like that, dude. I like that it's small
In
contained
total,
series.
it's gonna be like
Me too.
contained,
Yeah. I like
It's gonna
that.
be good. And I like that they're coming with like the movie quality production value.
Yeah.
That also
You
makes
can
it,
tell. You can
that
tell.
also makes it very digestible compared to like watching Smallville graphics and Titans.
for however many seasons. Hey, I gave Titans a good go. I got to like season 2, maybe like
You don't
3
know good
episodes
go
in,
until you watch the first 2 episodes of Gotham, all right? So don't talk to me about good go. That was excruciating. I tried my hardest to give a fuck, dude.
I
was watching
I
it and I
didn't
was
get
like, I'd
past
rather
one
go to
episode.
church.
I watched maybe one episode
Horrible.
of Gotham and I had to quit. My boss at the time was like, "Oh, I really like that show," and I was like, "I have to get out of here."
But that show's still got a following, dude. They're still making new seasons.
There
Man.
really
I don't
are.
know how.
My previous job, there was a hot coworker I had. She was into Gotham. I'm like, you're slightly less harder to me.
Yeah, I was telling you about in Titans. This isn't really a spoiler, but anytime someone got injured, they'd be like, "You're gonna be okay," and like not putting pressure, not calling the ambulance, not trying to like suture or whatever, like cover it. They're like heavily bleeding from an artery, and they're like, "Hang in there."
The funniest shit I've still ever seen from that like series or that universe is Legends of Tomorrow, when like Hawkman and Hawkwoman are about to get into this epic punch, but it's in like a living room. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Dude, that show is
All
bad.
that scene.
That show is bad.
But I'll give you this. I watched some clips of when they were doing their multiverse or their Flashpoint thing, and it was kind of compelling. Like they had like the way they folded in Tom Welling and like
some of it was cool. Yeah,
Brandon
for sure.
Routh as that Superman. It was pretty sick. They did a pretty good job. And when Flash, what's his name, met Grant Gustin, I forgot the other guy's name.
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller, yeah. When they met each other, that was pretty well done.
Yeah.
And dude, when they do Michael Keaton in there, oh shit, that's gonna be epic.
Oh man,
that's gonna be super epic.
I hope that's the sign that they're gonna do old Bruce and that they're gonna bring in Terry McGinnis.
Dude, if they have Michael Keaton with the Terry McGinnis scheme, dude, that would be the best Batman. That would be the shit. That's kind of what I wanted in The Dark Knight Rises. I was hoping for that kind of relationship.
Yeah, it'd be really compelling. I hope.
Man, if only they had like vision. They had the vision to make good stuff.
I want to go back and watch those old animated, but I gotta tell you, it takes me a while. Some of them
There's
are
a
real
lot.
slow.
One of these days, man, I feel like, man, the fall off of the Young Justice, because I was begging for season 3, and then when it finally came, I'm like, I kind of don't want to watch it anymore because I'm not. I
It wasn't that
forgot
good.
already. I already forgot what happened, but I still wanted to finish it. I'm gonna force myself to watch that eventually.
It wasn't as
Because
good.
damn it, they did a disservice like cutting that off like
Yeah,
mid.
they
Like,
really did.
let's do New Mutants. I'm kind of into that. Vince, I don't know how you're gonna do it. You're just going to get super drunk, trying not to be too scared.
Hey, we're gonna record it.
And then watch End of Days right after.
So bad, dude. That will be my last podcast episode.
And
but
turn
the mic.
Multiverse of Madness apparently is supposed to be a horror movie also.
Yeah, it's supposed to be right up there.
Yeah.
Damn, Vince, they're really coming at your throat, dude. What are you gonna do?
I know. Dude.